Ladies and gentlemen, the first snapshot for Minecraft Java Edition 1.16.2 has now been released, adding the last feature to the Nether update, the Piglin Brute. My name is slicedlime, I'm here to guide you through that and all the other changes in Minecraft Snapshot 20w27a. Starting with mobs, because of course, that Piglin Brute. The Piglin Brute is a new type of piglin that only exists in bastions. They can never spawn naturally and they don't respawn in bastions. They spawn with 50 hit points, that is 25 hearts, and they do 7 points of base damage. As a reference, a regular piglin has 16 hit points, that's 8 hearts, and do 5 points of base damage. They always spawn with a gold axe and they don't wear any armor. Piglin Brutes will always attack players on sight, doesn't matter if you wear gold or not. They cannot be distracted by gold, and they're not afraid of anything either. They have no specific loot drops if you kill them, although as with all the other mobs they can drop their gear. Just like all the other piglins, they will convert to zombified if they get into the overworld. Change to another Nether mob, Zoglins can now be leashed. Some changes for the overworld mobs too. Farmer villagers didn't compost correctly, they would deposit a whole bunch at once rather than one at a time. That is fixed in this version. And in certain situations, iron golems would overpopulate, especially if you logged out and back in while in a village. Gameplay changes in this version. If you were riding a strider in a lava lake and then logged out and logged back in, you would log in and be on fire. That bug has been fixed in this version. If you were holding shift and then went down a stair or slab surface, then you could still fall off blocks. That long-standing bug has now been fixed. Crimson and warped fungi can now also be placed on mycelium. And red and brown mushrooms can now be grown into a huge mushroom on nylium. Weeping and twisting vines, bamboo, and kelp had a bug where you could replace a part of them with a sapling part by breaking and placing the block at the same time. That is fixed in this version. Minecarts didn't burn in the lava, now they do. Some items could get stuck in soul sand if there was a liquid above the soul sand. This had some bad effects on certain item elevators. Slime blocks facing upwards had a problem where they would only push players 5 blocks up instead of the 6 blocks that they used to. That is fixed in this version. And traveling into an end gateway with a platform on the other side while in a boat would teleport you back to where you came from. That now works properly. An advancement change in this version: Piglin Brutes are now required for the Monsters Hunted advancement. And the Monster Hunter advancement now also triggers if you kill a Piglin Brute as your first hostile mob. A couple of changes to creative mode. If you collect liquids in a bottle on creative mode, that now works just like buckets do. You will get a bottle of that liquid, but if you already have one in your inventory, then you will not. Also, a problem with suspicious stew has been fixed, where if you try to get different types of suspicious stew from a brown mushroom, then you would not get any if you had any type of suspicious stew in your inventory. Now you will always get suspicious stew from brown mushrooms. A world fix in this version: some ruined portals would spawn without a chest despite being in a safe location. That is fixed in this version. Ruined portals will now spawn with a chest, except some that are covered in lava. Some visual fixes. If you saw an entity wearing a dragon head, then you wouldn't see the dragon head if the entity wearing it was not in view, even if the dragon head itself was. If you wore enchanted elytra in a boat, then the enchantment glint would vanish on the part of the elytra that dipped into the boat itself. That has been fixed in this version. When trying to mount a pig or a strider while sneaking, you would still get a hand animation. That is also fixed. And the bug has been fixed that caused Mesa drivers to not work properly with the new fabulous graphics mode. Sound changes in this version. A bug has been fixed that meant that you would see the gear equips subtitle when doing various other things than equipping gear, such as eating food. And of course, the Piglin Brute has sounds. It has sounds for idling and walking. It has a sound for being angry. And for taking damage. And dying. UI changes in this version. You can now bind the tab button to open and close inventory and have it properly both open and close the inventory. There's some small improvements to the data and resource pack selection screens. While those screens are open, it will automatically update when the pack directory contents change. That means that if you add a pack to that folder, then the screen will show that pack properly. Technical changes in the snapshot. Both of the pack selection screens will now display the contents of the pack.png as the pack icon. That also now works for data packs, not only resource packs. The hide flags NBT field now also includes a color flag, so you can hide the dyed row on leather armor. A bug has been fixed where player heads of the same player would always have the same skin texture even if the saved texture data in that head was different. And a bug with the player interacted with entity advancement trigger has been fixed, so it now triggers properly if the interaction was done with one item and that item got consumed. There's a new block tag in this version. It is mushroom grow block, containing blocks where mushrooms can grow. In stability and performance news, this version fixes a number of crashes, especially when connecting to misbehaving modded servers. However, as an advance warning, it also introduces a crash when a piglin zombifies. And those were all the changes in this snapshot. As mentioned, snapshots can crash more often than full releases, so be careful if you try this version. And when you do so, do it on a backup of your world or on a separate test world. Remember that any world you open in this snapshot can never be safely downgraded to a previous version again. If you want to try it out but you don't know how to, then click on the link on the iCard on the video right now or in the video description. That'll take you to a tutorial video about how to get and play the latest Minecraft snapshot. And that was all I had for you this time. I hope you found this update video useful, and if you did, please help me out in return, leave a like and share it with your friends. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest Minecraft news, then please subscribe to this channel where I make update videos for any new snapshot, pre-release, release candidate or release of Minecraft. And don't forget to hit the bell icon, select all to get notified when the new videos are out. My name is slicedlime, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.